Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily Encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy, and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon.
Welcome to the big show. Let me say this about that. That Joe Biden's a real cocksucker. I'd have him whacked tomorrow, if not today. Well, the American people have to know if their president's a crook. Well, I'm no crook.
How are you, folks? It's a dirty Monday, once again. Isn't it always Monday? Isn't it always Monday? Whether I'm busy on the weekend or laying around picking my nose, it goes by lightning fast. And you're like, big deal. It is a big deal. I'm fucking 60. It's almost over. It's a dangerous situation. It really has. Since my buddy passed away, I'm like, get up and do something, jerker. And I continue to lay there and eat, because that's what he'd do. And then fucking Dallas is sending me videos of him kayaking on a beautiful day with his wife. I'm trying to delete the shit before my wife sees it. Why aren't we doing? Shut it. Shut it. Finish that shed door. Anyways, Dallas, talking to where were you? Tybee, the undeserted one.
Yeah, so we started out putting at Tybee Island, then went to what's called Little Tybee, which is...
Oh, not Little Tybee. He's a douche.
Actually,
yeah.
Little Tybee is
Tybee
ironically
Jr.
bigger than Tybee Island, but it's uninhabited, so we got to go there.
Oh, you must have done some dirty shit over there. You got any footage?
That's for me to know.
We did that, me and the wife, on some island in Connecticut. But go ahead.
Now we had to go out into the Atlantic to get there. The only way it's accessible is by watercraft. And you can camp, do whatever you want there, but it's only accessible by water, and there's nothing else over there.
All right, I'm bored of this story. Let's go. Look, he doesn't laugh. This guy takes everything so serious. I was just doing a Howard Stern impression. Anytime somebody's telling a story, it used to piss me off that I was interested in. Hey, did you just turn me down? You didn't? All right, now I got to have my thing on fucking almost 3 o'clock to hear myself. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, so he's all tan and fucking healthy looking. And I look like I did when I left on Friday. Yeah, so pretty fucking... Here's why I don't know how to put a show together. Before I brought that up, I should have had, like, clips. You sent it to me. I should have... I should have had Dallas and his girlfriend out there kayaking, living life. Not as fun as me watch my wife and a Mexican plumber tear up the bathroom as they lie on the couch watching the Sox.
In what way were they tearing up the bathroom?
Oh, Jesus, good point. That was not said very well, was it? Well, she was giving him a dirty Sanchez. I'm so cool with the Mexican. I love Latinos. They're hard-working people. But I have to fucking use my 4 words of Spanish, you know. Gracias, de nada. Huevos? Fucking Bentana, I'm pointing to the window, letting them know. They're like, yeah, what do you want? Speaking better English than me. I got to tell you something, folks. You know I'm a nerd with American Idol. I loved it when it first came out, and my friends used to bust my balls. And then I took about 5 years off because it got really stinky. But I'm back into it now because people send clips of themselves in from all over the goddamn country. And it's fucking unbelievable. There's some unbelievable yes, I know real people, real musicians are making fun of the show, whatever the fuck. But you can't argue with Carrie Underwood being talented or a few. There's a guy, this kid. I'm going to play some of it. We won't put it on YouTube because I'll get flagged. And somebody will be knocking on my door, go, hey, you owe him 11 cents, you cocksucker. This kid, is this from last night? Yeah, this is from last night. He sang a Donny Hathaway song on his first audition. Last night he did Imagine. I think his name is Christian Guadino from Long Island. Just to the Long Island. He's got some eye condition that eventually he's going to go blind, I guess. But he stumbles in there, looks like a nerdy mook from Long Island. And this fucking kid, if this kid's not a zillionaire in a couple of years, last night he did Imagine on America. You have to listen to this kid's voice. I mean, fucking Lionel Richie was almost fainting 3 weeks ago, and the kid came wandering in. See if I can find him doing, what? Now it's going to Facebook. Your sister's box. Fuckhead. Lionel Richie, the first time he heard him say, was like in shock. Crazy good. He did a Donny Hathaway song on his first audition. And the judges were like, oh yeah, good luck with that, before they heard him open his mouth. Holy shit. Some people are gifted. I'm not one of them. Who's with me? Anyways, I'd pay good money to go see that kid tonight. When I say good money, I'm talking 20, 25 bucks. Let's get on with this fucking thing. I hate Mondays. Anyways, what's going on? We're on the verge of nuclear war. Thanks to Joe Biden. Nice going, people. Zelenski warns the world. Is that all he put? Well, this morning he's saying we should all have radiation pills, or at least people over there. Can you fucking imagine? They flew a jet over that has nuclear capabilities, apparently, because they sunk a battleship of Russia's, their big weapon. Wow. Can I ask you a question? Why aren't we seeing the people being shot, the ships being blown up? Can somebody help me here, please? And I know my fans out there, we told you. Well, I've seen some footage of mass graves and shit, and they look pretty real to me. I don't know. Anyway, President Zielinski warned that the world should prepare for Russian leader Vladimir Putin to use nuclear weapons in his invasion of Ukraine and urged air raid shelters and anti-radiation medicine. Yeah, I'll get mine right next to the... Can I use Bufferin? How about St. Joseph's baby aspirin? If I eat a can of that shit, will it protect me from... Anyways, radiation medicine to be readied for the potential calamity. I think he said, we have the... I guess we have the fucking video. I'll translate. Go ahead.
Director of the CIA warned that he's worried Putin might use a tactical nuclear weapon in this fight. Are you worried?
Not only me. I think all of the world, all the countries have to be worried, because you know that it can be not real information, but it can be the truth.
President Vladimir Zelenski warned that the world should prepare for to use nuclear in its invasion of Ukraine. I took the lazy way out on this one. In the solemn interview with CNN in his presidential office, Kiev, Zelensky urged air raid shelters. I already said all this shit.
For them,
right.
life of the people is nothing. That's why we should think, not be afraid. I mean, that not be afraid, be ready.
Be ready.
But that is not the question to Ukraine, and not only for the Ukraine, for all the world. I think so.
That's creepy. All right, that's good. Anyways, he's, yeah. Putin got a little embarrassed because his big fucking battleship sunk. G7, the guy. Bing, ding. Anyhow, and we don't know his state of mind. It could be a bluff, but like he said, he's sitting on 6,000 fucking nuclear weapons. You don't really want to guess. I'd really like to know his mental state, too. He was in a diaper riding a horse yesterday. That's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But Zelenski is convinced this motherfucker.
What exactly leads you to believe the Soviets were involved?
Zelensky says, well, we intercepted this.
Comrade, here is something that might be of interest to you. A transcript of the conversation between your helicopter pilot and his
Joe
commander.
Biden.
We intercepted Dragonfly Wolf 10. Colorful names.
Colorful names. Hunter Biden. Colorful jerk. Anyways, the Russian military has experienced a number of setbacks, including having to pull back from the area around Kyiv and its suburbs because of ferocious fighting by Ukrainian forces. They're hanging in there. They're doing it. That wasn't Ukraine. That was my house this weekend. The bathroom was being torn up. Following the retreat, Russia lost its most powerful naval ship, the guided missile cruiser Moskva. That was my favorite. When it sank last week in the Black Sea after being hit by a Ukrainian missile attack. CIA director, I wonder if that missile was one we sent them or they built in the bathroom. CIA Director Billy Burns said last week that a desperate Putin, seeing his forces suffer heavy losses at the hands of the Ukrainians, may resort to using nuclear frickin' weapons. That's kind of fucking creepy.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
And I'll point out one more time that Joe Biden's doing exactly, not that he started this thing, but they've butchered everything. And I really believe the Russians watched that horrible pullout when we pulled out of Afghanistan and said, wow, they're ripe for the fucking, what are they going to do if we go into Ukraine now? This guy don't know what he's doing. Honest to God, he's doing everything they said Trump was going to do. Remember? Get us into World War III and everything. Unfucking real. Now, back at home, equity, anytime you hear social justice or equity, that's code, folks. Do you understand? That's code for racism against white people. That's all it is. Call it what you want. Retribution. Reparations. Social justice is a fake religion, as somebody once said. And equity is the guaranteed outcome, not a guaranteed opportunity, a guaranteed outcome that people of color, honest to God, you think it was 1958. They have not acknowledged, when I say they, meaning white progressives. Anyways, more than 90 federal agencies released their equity action plans on Thursday that were ordered by President Biden during his first days in office. Wow, great.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
Exactly. Details released by the White House also included plans to make national... This is what we're on the edge of nuclear fucking war. This is what they're concentrating. White House also included plans to make national parks more accessible to people with disabilities and reduce discrimination against LGBTQ people. Because I can't count the number of times I was at Yellowstone and they were just pushing people in wheelchairs off the fucking rocks, and gay people will be thrown into those boiling glaciers. I mean, it's hell over there. What the fuck are you talking about? Somebody bring me a clip of a gay woman or guy being discriminated against at the national park. What, they wouldn't let you eat your boyfriend's ass out in front of some Cub Scouts? You fucking people. You have no idea how to run a nation. Honest to God. That's what they're concentrating on. They're done. I'm going to say it again. This party will not exist. What else did they have to throw at us once the Republicans take over? I don't know.
I suck cock.
Well, he does.
And I love it. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Now let me into that park. Let me suck your cock. I want to see the Grand Canyon. You'll roll over for that. Senior Biden officials said agencies would simplify grants, programs, and government documents. These are all the list of things you're going to do to make services easier to access for people of color in tribal communities. Bye-bye. Look at him. I'm like a fucking DJ. I'm mixing my shit. People come see me to do this. Ah, mama. Pull my finger, Jill. Pull it. Right here. You're looking at the biggest asshole ever. Yeah, we have to fiddle with this. The Department of Homeland Security said it will use trainings to improve its airport screenings of people of color. This is the one that blows my mind. You guys know I fly more than most people. I have yet, and I'm not making this up, in the last 5 years, I have seen nothing but white people. And I know that doesn't mean people, but they're not being discriminated. I've seen nothing but, I can't tell you how many times, white old ladies having to be patted down, going through their bags and shit. Have you guys seen discrimination against colors at the TSA? Colors? Well, it says of color. Well, that's why I say colored. You can't tell me that's fucking wrong. And they're going to push grant programs. Listen to this. For whiting. I'm such a hurry. Fighting white supremacists and other domestic terror. Even though this weekend we had 2 mass shootings in South Carolina, all black involved, by the way. A mass shooting in Pittsburgh, all black, by the way. Did you hear me? Where are the white supremacists you're talking about? How about the black violence? America has a violence problem. No, we have a black violence problem. And until that community gets its shit together, and by that I mean they fucking get married and have kids and do it right, never going to change. And when black people say, the ones that are aware, it's the fucking Democrats who keep you guys sending you checks so that doesn't happen. They want single families with kids running wild. That way they can babysit you. That's how they make their living. It's fucking... He's been in office, what now? Almost a year and a half or whatever the fuck? Still talking about white supremacy. Now they're putting it in, writing. The Department of Housing and Urban Development. Boy, there's not much development going on. Vowed to examine how to reduce bias in home appraisals. Through the Interagency Task Force on Property Appraisal and Valuation Equity. This is all on top of them releasing thugs out of prison to fucking sick on you guys. So if you don't know that your government's at war with you, and by you, I mean hardworking, tax-paying, middle-class people, wake the fuck up. The Department of Commerce promised to spend around $50 billion on broadband infrastructure in rural tribal communities. So people, when they get home from bass fishing in Kentucky, they can rub one out, a couple of Tyrone and his uncle. The Department of Veteran Affairs said it will work to improve the social and economic determinants of health. Oh my God, it's like they're from another, for the LGBT, I'm not saying it all, LGBT, BLT, fucking veterans, and veterans. No, plus.
Yeah, they can't even get the fucking VA right for actual veterans.
For actual veterans, right. That's right.
Yeah, but I guarantee you they'll make this one perfect.
Yeah.
Put all their energy there.
So for you actual veterans who came back from fucking Afghanistan, just put on a fucking wig, fake tits, look like Drew Paul, and they'll send you some. NASA, oh boy, really? Is racism leaking into NASA? I saw a movie where a black woman worked at NASA and saved the goddamn thing. NASA said it would release Earth science data in more accessible formats, oh my God, to show environmental challenges in underserved communities.
Oh, poor you.
So apparently, I guess the environment's even racist.
Oh yeah, they've made that. Well, I can't get any vegetables in the city, and you can't. I lived in New York City, been up to Harlem, been whatever. See bodegas with fruit in front of it. We can't help it if you like Cheetos and Cherry Coke. Who's we? You know what I'm saying? Just joking around, folks.
They don't grow in trees.
What's that?
And they don't grow in trees.
They don't. Yeah, exactly. You babies.
Oh, poor you.
Well, the Biden administration, do you notice it's all to benefit anything but white people? It's fucking priceless. This administration, I can't tell you how much they hate your guts. They literally despise you. Soon as, and we're watching it happen. And look, I'm as much to blame, but fuck it, I'm 60. I'm doing my part. 12 people see this show. Now, Andy. Hey, Barn. While the Biden administration called the plans transformative and predicted that, have you ever seen people that want to change a country that's the best country in the world? Everybody, how do we know that? The rest of the world's coming here. Yet they, I can't wait for this motherfucker to sleep. Anyways, his plans are transformative and predicted they might have effects for generations. A new administration, although, could reverse them immediately, which they will once Trump or DeSantis gets in office. So enjoy your fucking liberal wet fantasies now. It's just what they call reverse discrimination. Oh, poor white guy. That's right, motherfuckers. Keep pushing it. AOC and the rest of you. Anyways, let's move on to freedom has its price. Yeah, freedom, what's that mean? Well, I'll tell you.
Hear ye! Hear ye! The court's in session. The court's in session now. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Steve Harvey has a new show where he's good to see they're giving him work finally, huh? Jesus Christ. There's your reparations. Guy's worth about $1 billion from 9 different shows, okay? We're even. And I like Steve. No animus towards him. I'm just saying. A South Carolina judge, I wonder what color, I really do. It doesn't, well, it's either a black person or a white progressive. A South Carolina judge set a $25,000 bond for a suspect in a mall shooting. That's just like a misdemeanor, I guess. On Saturday that left 14 people injured, according to the Columbia Police Department. 25 grand, that's it. 25 grand.
No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant.
Dwayne Price, a beautiful man seen here. I still say that's Shirley Hemphill. That's a guy. He's got he's probably angry. Look how his hair's receding like the French army. World War II. This guy could be a criminal or a defensive end for the Eagle. Or Michelle Obama later on. Dwayne Price, 22, will be on house arrest. Oh, he was in a shooting at the mall. He's going to be on house arrest. But allowed to travel to and from work while wearing an ankle monitor if he posts bond. He was charged with unlawful carrying of a pistol, could face additional charges after prosecutor reviews evidence. Yeah, right. Price is one of 3 people who were detained by law enforcement following the shooting. The other 2 adult males were released after police determined they weren't involved. We don't believe this was random, Columbia Police Chief W.H. Skipholbrook. Oh my God, he's white. How'd that happen? Said at a news conference, we believe they knew each other because all blacks know each other. He said that? How fucking dare you, Skip? No. We believe that was pretty funny. We believe they know each other and something led to the gunfire. Yeah, it almost sounded racist. We believe they knew each other.
We ain't partners. We ain't brothers and we ain't friends.
Evidence collected at the scene indicates at least 3 people displayed guns and 2 firearms were used. Price's attorney, South Carolina State Rep Todd Rutherford, seen here, nice jacket though, claims that his client acted in self-defense. He says it was unprovoked by him. He called the police, turned himself in, turned over the firearm that we used in this, and gave a statement to the Columbia Police Department. I don't care. If you were in gunplay, I don't know if he shot or not. Whether it was you can't just get a monitor and go to work. Do you see what's going on? Rutherford said after the bond hearing, according to that is why he got a $25,000 bond. Apparently, he turned himself in and all that shit. I don't know if I want to believe that or not.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Still, I mean, if you're whitey and that happens, I gotta believe you're not going to work. And if you don't believe me about this attack and they're weaponizing our legal system against Whitey. Well, here's one, puppy chow. Huh? That's right. You heard me. Federal prosecutors chose not to, this is a new story, folks, but of the same ilk. Federal prosecutors chose not to press charges against 4 men who were arrested at a Washington, D.C. apartment where a stolen dog was found. Michelle Obama was returned to the owners. La, 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 la. The Washington, D.C. Police Department raided an apartment on April 14th in Northwest Washington and found Pablo, who had been taken, Pablo, I love it, who had been taken from his owners at gunpoint. That's the dog, folks. Along with firearms and drugs, according to the Washington Post. Oh. Let's make it clear that's not Pablo if you guys are out there looking for him. This is another dog that looks like, oh, Jesus, my owner's going to fuck me again. In addition to the 4 men who were arrested, 3 juveniles were also taken into custody by police as a result of the Thursday night raid.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm going to the mall. The 4 men were released on April 15th, but it's unclear. Again, folks, these people in gunplay. I mean, sorry, I'm getting my. This was they robbed they took a dog from somebody at gunpoint. But they released. And again, I ask you as a white person to even try shoplifting at Publix. See what happens. Released on April 15th, but it's unclear if the 3 juveniles are still in custody. Just hours after the Metropolitan Police Department announced that the individuals were arrested, the U.S. Attorney's Office said that the 4 adults would not be charged. I want to know what color the motherfuckers were who made that decision. Yes, I do. And like I said, if they're not black or brown, they're definitely progressive jerk-offs. So they can rob a dog, get a dog at gunpoint, and then be released. I guess they return the dog. Do you believe what we're living through here? Does anybody?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
That's every white person.
Fuck you!
That guy was having a bad day. D.C. Assistant Police Chief Morgan Kane said that they intend for the charges to be reinstated after further investigation, according to the Washington Post. Is that her? Yep. That's enough. There you go. Do you see the problem? Are you seeing the problem? Why were they released in the first place? Fucking lady who's unqualified for her job and got it because she's a black woman with your fake medals. Our intention is to investigate further and have these charges reinstated. Why weren't they fucking kept in the first place? Pete Davidson's mom. We're not closing, she says, we're not closing it and moving on. Yeah, right. We'll check back. Kane added that the police, our puppy Pablo was robbed from us at gunpoint outside CVS on A Street this afternoon, Sev said in an April 13th tweet. He has blue eyes and is 11 weeks old. The robbers will likely try to sell him. Please keep an eye out on Craigslist and Facebook. We are devastated. 10 minutes after Pablo was taken, the suspects allegedly shot 2 men. These are the people that were released. Am I right? Am I reading this? Shot 2 men, doesn't matter what block, what street, in D.C., as well as committing an armed robbery in the 1300 block of 2nd Street. Department did not have enough evidence to file charges yet. Good job, whoever the fuck's running that department. Do you get it, white folks? Do you get it? These elitist motherfuckers, it's on. It's on. They must have got so annoyed at Trump. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what's scary. They looked at Trump the way we look at Biden, I think. But they were wrong. We have fucking facts to prove it. Empirical evidence, numbers, economy, whatever, crime down, border safer. I don't understand what you want. That's why I purchased a nice place in Dublin, Ireland.
No!
Still makes me laugh. In our Fla Asylum, fucking lunatic asylum is what that stands for, FLA. You know what's funny? We usually used to, it's usually wacky stories, like a guy getting arrested for drunken driving on his tractor down the street, whatever the fuck. But now it's getting so crazy in politics that we can put some of DeSantis' stories under. Florida's Department of Education, that's DOE for you morons, rejected, listen to this, they rejected 41% of mathematics textbooks Again, I'll repeat that. Textbooks submitted for use in the state's public schools Friday, citing, get this, critical race theory and other issues with the text. I'm talking about a math book. Do you understand? Critical race theory. They're working that into math. And that's what DeSantis said. Can we pass it? Yeah, but little Jose. Yeah, but the white people. Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has led a push to reform education standards and practices in the state. Florida called for textbook submissions from publishers in 2021 in accordance with a 2019 executive order from DeSantis aimed at eliminating Common Core standards, which every parent, well, most parents hated. Even my buddy Louie, who's not exactly a right-winger, fucking, I remember him. Common Core standards in the state, where 1 + 4 = 11. The textbooks rejected were impermissible with either Florida's new standards or contain prohibited topics. The 41% rejection rate was the highest in Florida. It seems that some publishers attempted to slap a coat of paint, this is DeSantis talking, on an old house built on the foundation of Common Core and indoctrinated concepts like race essentialism, especially, bizarrely, for elementary school students. Do you guys see what the fuck's going on? Holy... And DeSantis is on it. I gotta believe he's gonna run. I gotta believe it.
He was the best guy around.
Still around. Accompanying the announcement. I'm grateful that the commissioner, Corcoran, and his team at the department, this is, what's his name, still talking to DeSantis, have conducted such a thorough vetting of these textbooks to ensure they comply with the law. The Department of Education clarified that each core mathematics course and grade is covered by at least one approved textbook. The highest number of books rejected were for, get this, levels kindergarten through 5th grade, where an alarming 71% were not appropriately aligned with Florida standards or included prohibited topics and unsolicited strategies.
Bye-bye.
Reasons for rejecting textbooks included references to critical race theory, inclusions of Common Core, and the unsolicited addition of, listen, social emotional learning in mathematics. In fucking mathematics. Let's take a look at my producer who's producing here. Look at this. Dallas pulled this up. I couldn't. I was watching Christian Guado become richer than I'll ever be. What the fuck is it? Look at this. This is a math question, yet they worked some type of race. Angelou, is it Maya Angelou? Was sexually abused by her. They use Angelou, I'm telling you, was sexually abused by her mother's blank. I went with pimp-ass bitch at age 8, which shaped her career choices and motivation. Oop, why am I hitting this button? I'm reading that and hitting it. At age at which shaped her career choices and motivation for A, 02, and it says boyfriend, B, 4 or 6. It's a math problem, but boyfriend, brother, B, brother, C, father. And the numbers, it has, the point being, the text, the essay question has nothing to do with the math. They're just working in this cultural horseshit.
Read that other one, because it's even more disturbing than the elementary kid to have to read this.
Yeah, trying to support her son as a single mother. Again, this is what, kindergarten through 5th grade? Trying to support her son as a single mother. I didn't see that one. Dallas, I didn't even see that one. She worked as a pimp, prostitute, and A, bookie, B, drug dealer, C, nightclub dancer. And there's numbers in parentheses that go into the algebra equation above it. So I guess if you pick nightclub, right? Dancer, you don't have to pick, the numbers are the right number. Is that the idea? So I can't fucking, it's almost ingenious. Anyways, the move comes weeks after DeSantis signed the Parental Rights in Education, which prevents educators from teaching about gender identity or sexual orientation to kids between kindergarten and 3rd grade.
Fucking quiz!
Take it easy, Ronnie. Take it. You're doing a nice job over there. Anyways, do you believe this shit? Do you believe it? So even the little kids would know. Yeah, pimp, whatever. And then the fucking numbers next to it. In other words, you tell them, don't do the math. Do the social justice part of the equation. Oh, my God. Let's move on. Cuervo juice boxes? What in Christ's creation? Multiple kindergartners were left feeling loopy after sipping ready-to-drink Jose Cuervo margaritas that a young girl brought to her Michigan school and shared with her classmate. Could we be more fucked up? We're getting them drunk and they were teaching them how to fucking get laid in third grade and take it in the ass. So here's some of the mothers of the kids in class. Here's the report.
How much did they drink? He claimed she drank 4 to 5 sips. A Dixie cup full of not juice or water, a mixed tequila drink served to 5 and 6-year-olds. How did she feel?
She felt like a little woozy. She's a little dizzy when we went.
Pause. Does she look any bit disturbed? That's a mother, right? Yeah. And they talk about her daughter. You know, she's a little woozy and shit. We get her home, we hit her up at a joint. She was fine. Go ahead.
In there with the principal, we asked her, was she okay? How did she feel? She said a little dizzy.
These parents
Fucking
puzzled,
ignorant.
Understandable. Their daughters given Jose Cuervo margaritas they thought was juice by a fellow kindergartner Thursday at Grand River Academy in Livonia at snack time.
She said the girl poured it in her cup and she drank it, and then the girl ended up telling her what it was. So she went to the teacher and told the teacher that is liquor in this cup, and the teacher gave her like a funny face.
It turned out
gave her a funny face, but she'd go, no liquor in that bitch. Come on, Aisha. Hey, Propecia. Go ahead.
to be a single-serve pre-mixed drink like this. The little girl brought it to school in her backpack.
I had a small conversation with my daughter about it, not nothing big, and she told me that the girl knew that it was liquor.
Parents are obviously angry over what happened.
They
directing
Ricky Lake?
some of that anger to school officials here at Grand River Academy, wondering how could this have been prevented. The school released a statement to us
Listen to
saying
the
in part,
statement.
while we try to keep an eye on everything our students bring to school, that's simply not possible. It's unfortunate that these types of adult beverages can be easily mistaken for child-friendly
Pause.
drinks, end quote.
Pause. Can you imagine? Instead of saying, we'll never let this happen again, it was an oversight. Can you imagine? It's unfortunate these beverages look like child drink. Can you no accountability. Folks, we are rotting from the inside out. And this is not a cop-out. I'm glad I don't have kids. Then again, they'd be 70 years old. Keep forgetting I'm 104. Anyways, was that it? Yeah, good. I was getting sick to my stomach. I'd like to see a fifth grader all fucked up, though. You know what I'm saying? Falling off the monkey bars and shit, throwing up in the sandbox. That'd be a lot of fun. Anyhow, the school said the student could be disciplined if necessary. Oh, I'm sure they'll put the kid in the fucking... The parents were immediately notified after the incident. Oh, is that right? Terrific. Finally tonight on my great show, not black enough. Two local, listen to the titles of the jobs of these people if you want to get sick to your stomach. Two local diversity advocates, you can make a living doing that now, in Arizona are taking heat after calling a school district racist for hiring a DJ to perform in blackface. But it turns out, get this, the DJ was actually black.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Take a look at these rodents. Stuart Roden on your left, and that piece of ass, Jill Lassen, it's got a fucking head like a jack-o'-lantern, who specialize in diversity. What you do? You went to school for specialize in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Again, all anti-white. Lambasted the Scottsdale Unified. That's their job, to make sure no person of color, whether it's an accident, is being slighted. Scottsdale Unified Schools District, Hopi Elementary PTA for their decision to hire Kim Coco Hunter, 56, a local black DJ at a charity event. Both Roden and Lassen, who are involved in diversity work in the school district, can you imagine it's a full-time job, just to cause tension between, slam the school after seeing a picture of Hunter, only to later learn of his race. You assholes.
Who gives a fuck what you think?
Exactly. The DJ that the Hoppy PTA hired was in fact a black man. Hoppy PTA president Megan Livingood, there's entitlement, wrote in a response to Lassen in a message obtained by the outlet, "It is insulting that you feel myself or PTA condone racist behavior or encourage it by posting it on social media." According to The Independent, Lassen, a librarian, the one on the right there, Lassie, responded by saying, "You are right. We should have reached out and inquired before making such an accusation. I cannot fathom the hurt, anger, and frustration you felt after you and others volunteered countless hours on your event. Again, I truly apologize." Now, let me blow this black fella to my right. But Roden, who was an instructor at Arizona, this guy, of course, he couldn't be treated like an adult or a man, did not appear particularly apologetic and posted a side-by-side image of Hunter on Facebook to try to show that the DJ darkened his face, even if he's black. Do we have the picture? What?
I've got pictures of Hunter, but I don't have the side-by-side. Couldn't find that one.
All right. No, but drop it in, whatever you got. Because he is darker than that. Anyways, let me be clear. Good thing he's got that fucking, that wool turtleneck on in Arizona. Let me be clear, a black man apparently in blackface is an entirely, that's him talking, this guy, the DJ, different discussion than a white person, he wrote on Facebook. However, it seems at the very least he is in, this is the guy who, I'm sorry, this is the asshole who looks out for diversity. Very least he is in darker makeup, if not blackface, or am I completely mistaken? And it's the lighting of the patio. He couldn't just admit, couldn't be a man about it, so we jumped the gun. You know what I mean? This is why we're fucked.
Proves that you wealthy college boys don't have the education enough to admit when you're wrong.
Aye, Chief, Mayor, ladies and gentlemen. Roden is a member of the district's Equity and Inclusion Committee, and Lassen is a co-chair of the Scottsdale Parent Council Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Committee. If I read those words one more time, I'm fucking gonna cut my balls off, put them in a goddamn ninja, and make a nice nut smoothie. According to Hunter's Facebook Live, an organizer called someone he works with following the event and asked if he was black.
It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm going to answer it.
They thought that the DJ there, or the person there, was in blackface, and the person that they thought was in blackface was me, Hunter said. He says, "Was I not black enough? How black do I gotta be for people to know that I am an actual black person?" He said.
These blacks. Who knows what they're going to take the wrong way?
And it's a black guy questioning them. Do you see what a mess with your inclusion committees? And Roden and the Scottsdale School District did not return requests for comment. Lassen could not be immediately reached either. She was having a new face put on, hopefully. Anyways, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to sign up at thecomicsgym.com. We could use your monthly support. Don't forget nickdip.com. Don't forget patreon.com and cameo.com. If you want me to roast a friend or relative, go to cameo.com. Click on it. They'll tell you. You can tell me about the person. We'll make a little video, have a little fun. That's it. You guys think it? I'll say it. You're very welcome. See you back here for day 2 tomorrow. Have a good day.